At the end of the day, you're not like, where did my time go? After this video, you'll never ask yourself that question again. Hey everyone, Lou Clark here, and in this video, I want to talk to you about mastering your minutes and the way that you can take control of every minute of every day, making sure that it is productive, self-fulfilling, or giving to someone else. But before we jump in, just a reminder, all of the really cool resources we have in the description below with all the links. There's some free resources, different types of videos, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, show some love, join the community, and just keep hanging out here with us on YouTube. Quite often, I get the question, Lou, how do you get so much done in a day? Or, Lou, how do you track your time? Or, Lou, what does your to-do list look like and do you get it done? So I thought it'd be great to create a video on this in the hopes that it helps someone out there, maybe yourself, figure out how you can master your minutes. Let's dive into my 4 tips on how you can master your minutes. Tip number 1, get yourself a really good planner. And I'm gonna show you my planner right now. Let's go there. Okay, this is my planner. I actually created this planner because after about 15 years of using planners that didn't work for me the way I wanted them to, I created my own, which there's a link in the description below if you want to grab yourself a copy. As you can see, this is my today plan. We're going to work on today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. And if you watched one of my previous videos where I talk about how I create 3 days into one, I do that here. This is my day 1, this is my day 2, and this is my day 3. So these are my little to-do lists for the day or for my 3 days. Okay. So I always fill this out. Today I choose, there's 3 things I choose every single day. I create my to-do list, and then I have a place where I can track my time and what I'm doing. So tip number 1, get yourself a really fantastic planner. Tip number 2, we dive into the to-do list. Make sure you're putting items on your to-do list every single day that you can accomplish, that you can finish, that you can cross off your list. Sure, there'll be days where there's certain things that are going to continue day after day, but make sure you implement a couple little tasks because it's going to give you the confidence and the self-fulfillment of getting something done and crossing it off. Tip number 2. Tip number 3 is we're actually going to go to one of my previous days. So here is a day that I have actually completed in the last month. Now, because of client confidentiality, I cannot show you the information, but I'm going to show you my time, okay? Here is tip number 3, this awesome clock. You should be tracking each task by the minute. Is it a little OCD? Yeah, but I don't care. It makes me money. I know where my time is going and it makes me very happy as well. So as you can see here, I have got my first, whatever it was I worked on, and this actually was personal time. Let me just check for you. Yep, that's personal time from 7 till 9:30. So I woke up at 7 and I did a bunch of things till 9:30. And that one I'll show you what that one was so you can see how it looks. Can you get, oh, you can't see it. Hold on. Bring it down. There we go. So from 7 till 9:30, sorry guys, I'm not in the thing. I just want to make sure. I need extra long arms. I was doing video, social media, went to Starbucks, and I also did some emails. Okay, so I wrote that time down. So as you can see there, it was 2.5 hours. So I probably put out a video that day. And then I keep going. So from 7 till 9:30, 9:30 to 10:15, 10:15 to 10:30. Do you see that? Like, this is obsessive. But when you understand that every minute in your day has to count, it has to go towards something, you want to track it because this is how you're not going to be like, where did my time go? I know exactly where my time went because every minute was accounted. I never ask myself, where does my time go? Because according to this, every minute has been accounted for. Now, when I work with my clients to help them create a better time management habit for them, they have to do this for 10 days straight. And I even need to know when they went to the bathroom. They track everything because when people come to me and say, help me, I don't know where my time is going. I'm like, all right, let's do a time management audit. And that's what it is. And does every client I've worked with still do this? I don't know. I know some do, but other ones I don't know. But I know it's a very big wide awakening when you realize where your time is going. So tip number 3 is to track all of your tasks by time. So you can see here, I went from 7 to 5:30 and everything is accounted for. Even this little hash mark right here, do you see that right there? That was my lunch. That was my lunchtime. It was 20 minutes, but hey, it's all accounted for. Now, tip number 4 is this. Once you have that done, add up all your time. And if you're like, how'd you get 0.8, Lou? So what I do is I had 5 minutes divided by 60 minutes gives me 0.08. That's how I figure that out. Once I've done that, I actually add up my time, and that was a 10.5-hour day, or 10.5 hours in the day. And when you add this up, that's exactly what it was. So I know that day, every minute was accounted for. I mastered every minute that day. The other piece about writing it down like this is that it keeps you accountable to yourself. So if you're on social media, you write it down. If you're chatting on the phone, you write it down. Everything you do, you write down. That's why on this list right here, you guys can see I have social written down. Because it's important to me to know how much time am I actually spending on social media, because that is really a time suck, right? It's what I call the time vampire. Even being on your phone, reading, whatever you're doing, you write it down. When I first started doing this years ago, I actually continued all the way till I went to bed, because a lot of times where I was losing time was in the evening because I wasn't spending it doing something productive, which meant spending time with my family or friends, or engaging with my husband, or reading a book, or having a bath, or self-care. Now that I've showed you how I actually use my strategy of the 4 tips, let's bring it back so we can recap our 4 tips. Tip number 1, get yourself an awesome planner that gives you a to-do list every single day, as well as lots of area to track your time. Number 2, you're going to write your to-do list with items you want to complete for the day. Make sure you have some little ones in there so you get the satisfaction of crossing them off, which builds up your confidence. Number 3, you're going to track every task from the moment you start to the moment you stop. That includes at work, in life, going to the washroom, social media, watching movies, TVs, whatever it is. Do an audit for yourself. Track your time. And finally, tip number 4, you're going to go back to your day and you're going to add up all of your time and make sure it matches from your start time to your end time. Because here's one thing I know. The whole point of this strategy is to master your minutes. But the way you're going to master your minutes is when you become accountable to yourself. And by having to write things down, you will know and understand where your time is going, what it is you're doing. Never in your day are you going to look at your planner and go, I don't know where my time went. Yes, you will, because it's all written down. It's written down. Mastering your minutes is about becoming accountable to yourself. Remember, we are adults. Nobody is supervising us anymore. We are now in charge of our own lives. We are now having to be accountable to ourselves. And mastering your minutes and creating that accountability is what's going to help you to get more out of your day, more time with your family, and probably a way for you to make more money. So until next time, I invite you to learn how to master your minutes by using the strategy I taught you today, because it's really, really important that you become very effective with what you do with your time every single day. Make the most out of your time so you no longer go to bed wondering, what in the world did I do today? We'll see you soon. Here are the 4 tips no, that was weird. Okay. Step 1, or not step 1, hold on.
Have lots of fun.
Okay, stop. Sorry, I had to burp.
Step 4.
Step 4 is burping.